President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, will plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges tied to failing to pay taxes, according to court filings from the DOJ. He also reached a plea deal with prosecutors on a felony gun possession charge.
Our 90s legal analyst Whitney Traylor is here to explain what happens next. Whitney, good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you both.
Good to see you as well. So we have this plea deal. Where do we go from here?
Yeah. So this plea, first of all, the judge has to agree on it. And the plea deals with 2 components of it. So what he was charged with, this is an investigation that's been going on by a grand jury in Delaware and David Weiss, the U.S. Attorney General, since 2018. And so there's 2 charges. One's related to unpaid taxes in 2016 and 2017, which was about $100,000 each. And then the second is for when he filed to get his gun, and this is normal procedure. In 2018, he checked that he didn't have any substance abuse issues, if you will, and that was a lie, and everybody knew that. He was using cocaine at the time. And so what they did on that charge is they gave him a pretrial diversion. So they said, essentially, if you stay out of trouble for 2 years, that goes away. On the taxes, it's a misdemeanor. They put him on probation. He subsequently paid the taxes. So it is, in a way, a slap on the wrist.
Okay. Could there be more charges or other matters in court tied to this?
Yes, there could be more charges, and that's actually Republicans in Congress want more, and they're doing their own investigations. But here you have the federal grand jury, which they're saying there could be more charges. And what this all stemmed from, I know a lot of conservatives are angry. They feel like this truly is a slap on the wrist. But what happened was they started this investigation in 2018 into the Biden family to try and find, was he improperly on Burisma, this Ukraine gas company, and was American policy influenced as it related to Ukraine? Did the Biden family make money? And they've been chasing this down for the last 5 years and haven't found anything. So that's why they only ended up charging on the taxes. And David Weiss, it's really important to point out that David Weiss is the attorney general who was appointed by President Trump. And when the new DOJ came in, they essentially get rid of all the old folks. He stayed on to continue this investigation. So when people say it was tainted or whatever, it's hard to say that because he is the Trump appointee who continued this investigation for the last 5 years.
So we've heard a lot of outcry from Republicans about wanting more investigations into this. Why would they want that?
Well, and it gets back to this whole issue of the Biden family, and when Hunter was on this Ukrainian board, did it influence American policy towards Ukraine as Vice President Biden was in office? And did the Biden family make money in this situation? And so, I mean, the reality is they have turned over every stone over the last 5 years. They've completely investigated this. So Republicans are just really, I think, not satisfied with the result. And now the House Oversight Committee, which is headed up by the Republicans, they're continuing to investigate. But this criminal investigation with the DOJ is going to be much more extensive than what they can do. But they're going to continue to try and connect the dots and show how there was some nefarious activity with the Bidens.
So with these current charges, with the plea deal, it's looking like probation, no jail time.
It looks like probation, no jail time, and that's not necessarily surprising because on the gun charge, the DOJ rarely prosecutes that if there's no underlying crime committed, which there wasn't. And here on the unpaid taxes, lots of people don't pay taxes for me, or they're late in paying their taxes. So even though it is a slap on the wrist to some degree, it's also very appropriate and reasonable, and the judge has to agree on it. This is already just a plea deal between the DOJ, this Republican Attorney General, and the Biden team. So it depends. I would be surprised if the judge didn't agree.
All right, clearly a lot to explore here, so we're just getting started. All right.
Yes, that's true, yeah.
Whitney, thank you. Let's get